Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2 days of very special sacred bond, blessing, and empowerment. This is the 5th year. Time flies. The 5th years that we are doing this blessing ceremony for everybody. And I just have a very brief intro to share with you. I think one time I said to all of you that my personal wish on behalf of Yuan Yuan Educational Foundation is to have 108 Buddha statues at least here. And we are now reaching that goal. One short. Only one short. So, but that will remain as our goal. And thanks to all of you who quickly responded to our renewal invitation to commit as year 2017's Buddha Pledgers. And so that this year, the project are able to move forward and complete according to schedule. And my most delighted occurrence or experience is that to have Lama Youngtong back and quickly recover and back to preside over this meeting, this blessing event. Actually, I was joking, making fun with him, that is it that he intentionally become, ill? Because at that time, many of you couldn't come. That's the reality. But right now, I see a room full of our, committed Buddha Pledgers, and I'm very, very happy to have this chance to see you, sooner than later. Today, I'd like to take a little time to remind you my philosophy of dealing with our life. We will be most effective as we encounter, everything, anything in life, which require our attention and effort. Usually, just the mundane part of effort, the visible part, is not enough. We also bring in the invisible, the so-called yang part of our effort to make it whole, so that it will be like the Tai Chi that we see yin and yang forming a round ball, will be forever moving on, everlasting, and bring out the most effectiveness to benefit ourselves, to overcome our challenges. Today, the same thing, that as we do this blessing ceremony on behalf of all of you, you will need to visualize when we are chanting related mantra. And I will describe, briefly how to visualize. Those are the invisible part, but while you are also relying on another means, which is the light a candle part that we also offer here for you. Because then you are able to write down in writing, your prayers, your wishes. And you are able to light this candle, and that represents your wish, your way of communicating directly with the Divine Buddha. So again, today's event, we incorporate the yang and the yin part of the method together. And I'm happy to see that many of you already done this. And so that's the second point that I want to make. So we are moving forward next year to the year 2018 project. I know there are some people are disappointed. We have to put them on wait list this year, to have their Buddha statues. But do know that, if you want to become a year 2018 Buddha Pledger, you let us know, so that you will be on our prime list for invitation, as soon as we start the year 2000, because there's a lot of fine detailed work behind this project, so it's not like we announce it today and tomorrow we can do the blessing, so we do need time, a lot of teamwork. Judy, Michael, Lama, myself, and many other volunteers all need to put our efforts together to make it work. So that's another point I want to make. We do still have some Buddha statues that are available, but since we have a cutting date for year 2017, that's why, please do forgive Big Michael, because he needs to take some photos for the foundation, and so he will be needing to move, freely, in the space, tight space. Okay, please do understand that. Okay, with that, without further ado, I think I will turn the floor to our Honorable Lama Youngtong.
感谢的嘞。这就首先我就先讲一下这个，分享一下 ，OK？ 因为这个佛像供养，这是一个对于每个人来说的话，跟佛结了一个特别好的结了一个缘。因为佛像供养，每个人供养一尊佛，它的意义是什么呢？你选择了哪一尊佛，你去供养，这个是你在你生命当中，跟你永远离不开的一尊佛。这个特别需要每个人知道自己，比如说为家人也好，朋友也好，给自己，就是供养了每一尊佛也好，两尊佛也好，自己都选择了一个佛，也许是Nampa Gyalwa，也许是Chamma。这个是你终身，比如你有一天你要求佛，你要做什么？你知道你供养的佛是什么？每个人都记得很清楚。你就可以观想，也可以去这个佛，我现在需要帮助。这个是第一。第二的话，我们说装藏。什么叫装藏？因为我们这次装藏，我就一天也是用2天，这次也用了2天，因为它有个过程，必须要做。因为本来是一尊佛，我们从那个市场上买一尊佛，这个叫亲佛，但是那个时候还没有装藏的时间，它就是一个佛像，但是其实它真正的不是变成了佛。因为装藏的意义是什么呢？因为每一个人的，我们人就是跟人的佛跟差不多，因为每一个人的身体里面有很多的organ、lung，就是有很多的东西，就人的生命就是有很多的东西在这个里面。佛也一样的，因为佛里面有Om、Hom、Ram的，就是这个无形的当中的这个意义。结果我们说我们装藏装好了以后，就佛真正的变成。这个意义的话，大概的也今天，我们不是那个传法，也不是讲课，但是大家都这个特别需要知道。我们翻译一下。
When Yuan Yuan decided to establish this donation of pledge to Buddha statues, and each one of you who became a Buddha pledger, you have time and a chance to choose the particular specific Buddha statue to make a donation, to offer and commit. That itself indicates that you and the particular Buddha has a very close karmic connection. Therefore, that it's like this particular Buddha becomes your closest friend, closest protector. And so that whenever you run into any difficulties or challenging situation in life, you need help, you immediately will have this particular Buddha comes into your heart. And you might recite the related mantra, you might have the image in your head, in your mind, and you can communicate immediately with your specific Buddha, like here, either Nampa Gyalwa Buddha or Chamma Buddha. And secondly, when you go to a store, like in Nepal, Tibet, China, anywhere, or any other places, you might find a Buddha statue that you like, and you brought it back home without it being consecrated. That Buddha of yours, very beautiful, very divine looking, but it is just an art, piece of art. You may consider that it's just a piece of art. So here, all the Buddha statues that you have committed to pledge have gone through a long process, very complicated process of consecration. The consecration, like this time, with the new large Chamma Buddha on hand and many other smaller Buddha statues, Chamma Buddha statues on hand, Lama with his assistant, close assistant, Judy, our program, special project and program coordinator. They spent entire 2 days from morning till late afternoon. I think day one, late into the evening, to consecrate. Just like the tanka, that usually when we bought a tanka, and you have the good fortune of having it consecrated by a master with the 5 elements, the Aum Hom Ramza, that will, like, you empowered it, when you bring the tanka back home. So today, all the statues here have been consecrated with the 5-element mantra, Aum Hom Ramza, with many different items. As you probably have a chance to review the posting, the Facebook posting, we have posted that day immediately pieces of the images, pictures and videos of what Lama has done for each one of us. With that, I'm very grateful.
还有那个重复一下，比如肯定很多人家里面肯定有一尊佛，但是在市场上请回来以后，有些家庭说不定现在还是空的。这个我也希望那个，比如不管是每个家庭有一尊佛像，比如现在是空的话，真的我希望能装藏。也就明年我们这个发挥的时候，你可以提前带过来放在这边，我就可以帮你们装藏。因为没装藏的话，有时候并不可以说是有害，但是还是真的需要装藏。
Along the same line, that some of you might have a Buddha statues that you honored in your house, but be sure that Buddha statue has been consecrated. If it's the body itself is still empty, he proposed that he actually is very kindly offered his help. Next year when we do this event again, beforehand he will spend time again to do the consecration, and you are welcome to bring your own Buddha statue from home, and he will do that for you. He will do the consecration for you. Okay?
大概的就这么多。
Yeah. Even though I mean, with it being consecrated, it will, as I said already, it will bring you the strongest, highest blessings, protections. If it's not being consecrated, have never been consecrated, perhaps it's not as ideal. We're not saying that it's going to cause you any harm. That's not what he said, but it will be most helpful if you have it, consecrated. Okay?
也就今天我们等一下这个 供有佛像的时间，每个人就是要，说不定供的时候其实Chamma也是那么Gyalwa，那个站起来的时间，真正要好好的，就是用睛开眼睛看一下自己供养的佛是什么样的佛，这个都要自己必须要知道。在以后需要求佛的时间，就自己的观想把自己变成佛。你需要做什么事情的话，就说哦，我帮这个 mind 去做这个事情，你的观想你就变成了那种佛。这样的话，也并不是必须要跑到某一个地方去求，自己就可以观想自己求佛，因为这尊佛是永远是跟你在一起。这个我重复一下。
Later on during today's program, as you recommit your pledges, and we will invite you to stand up, okay, when we call your name. And he would like you to give attention, to pay attention to your own Buddha statue. Really keep in mind what your Buddha looks like, what your Buddha stands for. 它代表的是什么？它的样子是什么？ Okay, so you remember to give your attention specifically, and therefore, when you do need your Buddha's protection or help, that image of your Buddha will immediately appear, as if your Buddha is right there, next to you, with you. And sometimes, maybe it's not for you, but you were on hand to help other people relieve their sufferings. And you want to bring about the strongest help that you can give to others. At that time, it will also help, tremendously helpful, if you remember the image of your Buddha, and then you transform yourself immediately into one union with your Buddha. So you become the Buddha. You have Buddha's power, wisdom, compassion, and ability. So in that kind of a stand, that when you are giving your help to others, that will be wonderful. Okay? So that's why today's program is not just for you to come, sit, and and then leave, but we would like to reiterate all this emphasis, so that every year after year, you know the meaning. That's why this project that we established in year 2013, it's the 5th year this year, with all this in our thought, when you receive the invitation to become a committed pledger.
Thank you. I do want to
Yes.
to start.
So each one of you already have a booklet, right? This is what we need today.
就有什么不懂的，或者需要提问题的话，就也有时候也问一下，也可以。
现在吗？
现在好，
还是
好看时间好玩一点。
我们看时间好了呀。
比如说有点问题的人，要问一下的话，就比较make it clear, right?
Is there any questions right now with what I just shared? What what I just translated and incorporating with my own thought. Feel free Yes, you have a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to explain each statue's?
Yes, we will.
The appearance.
I will. I will.
Okay.
I
Good.
will. Yeah. Yeah, I will. I will. You know, just describe what you need to, what you can visualize. Okay. Before, let me see. Yeah, because we're going to do the daily prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Page 5.
And page 5.
Page 5.
Can I block you?
Page 5 until 8.
Right. Those of you who brought your shang, your flat belt, have them ready. We have 2 extra. Anyone need can use one?
Page 5 we chant 3 times, and the other is only chant 1 time. Each 1 time. 第5页我们要练3次，其他的话就多念1次。
Yeah, page.
好。
The page 5, you understand that? We chant, recite 3 times. The others, just 1 time. Do the job. They are newly wed couples, and this next Sunday we will give them a personalized wedding blessing ceremony. And at 11, this group is a special group of their friends too. So, you know, if you want to come, do let us know. Okay? Yeah, so now please, Maria. And you can turn to page 9 and 10.
Okay.
2 hours.
Okay, now page 9 until 10. Thank you.
as we turn to page 11, the first mantra we'll be chanting is page 11 to 14, and followed by 16. Then finally, page 44, I will remind you again, because this is the time that I would like you to start visualizing the Buddha statues that you have chosen to pledge and commit your pleasure. Nampa Gyalwa Buddha is one of the manifestations of Shenrab Buddha, the founding Buddha of the Bon religion. And Nampa Gyalwa represents the strongest one, and a male, a male Buddha. If you look at Nampa Gyalwa's face and Chamma's face, you will see some differences, because Nampa Gyalwa is more in a serious, more like angry kind of facial expression. And with his right hand raising up toward the sky, and his left hand placed on his knee, this way. It symbolizes that he's the victorious one, like when he is helping you, protecting you, whatever dilemma you are in, whatever request you ask Nampa Gyalwa to help you, the result will be victorious. Simply put, I'm not going to give you a very deep description. I want you to know how to visualize accordingly. So you remember Nampa Gyalwa's hand gesture, mudra, okay? And so his left hand representing that he is able to overcome all the evils on earth. And he is the most powerful manifestation, a male Buddha of Shenrab Buddha. Okay? And Chamma, on the other hand, representing wisdom and compassion, all in one. And Chamma is characterized with also her own mudra. For example, as you visualize her presence in front of you, near you, or becoming Chamma, you know that in her right hand, he's holding a mirror. The mirror representing, expressing her clear understanding about our suffering.